The appalling tragedy of the downing of flight MH17 hung over all politics this week and saw the Prime Minister demanding tough sanctions against President Putin. Other EU leaders seemed appeared to go some way down that route, but they were very critical of Cameron for being even hypocritical in his approach to their sanctions while ignoring the oligarchs in his own backyard. Meanwhile, Mr. Miliband went to Washington to look all prime ministerial by meeting the most powerful man on earth. As events unfolded in Ukraine, the Prime Minister joined President Obama and others in laying blame for the crash firmly at the door of Russia and President Putin. Cameron told MPs in a common statement that it was virtually certain a ground-to-air missile fired by pro-Russian separatists had brought down the flight, costing almost 200 lives, including those of 10 Britons. He suggested the missile was likely to have been provided by Russia, who may even have provided training or assistance for its operation. The Prime Minister told other EU leaders it was time to abandon their cautious approach to sanctions against Moscow and to get tough. The trouble is that other EU states, notably Germany and Italy, are hugely reliant on Russian energy supplies, while Downing Street confirmed Britain only took a minuscule amount of gas from Russia. So there was the inevitable dispute over the fact the UK would not be hit as hard as other states by any Russian retaliation. That would be particularly true as the UK is not a member of the Eurozone, which could be damaged by a financial war, they pointed out. Worse, when Cameron urged France not to export 2 warships to Russia, as agreed, the leader of the ruling Socialist Party, Jean-Christophe Camadilis, claimed the row was a false debate led by hypocrites. The British Prime Minister should worry about hitting the oligarchs in his own backyard, he said, including those, it was later pointed out, who donated to the Tory party. None of this boded well for coordinated action against Russia, but negotiations continue. The Labour leader has been pressing for a meeting with Barack Obama for some time now, and this week he finally got his photo opportunity. Political leaders all love to be seen shaking hands with the American president, so long as he remembers their name and says something vaguely nice. So Miliband, who is desperate to be seen as statesmanlike and prime ministerial, was happy he got his brush by with Obama. Much better than the brush off that predecessors Gordon Brown and Neil Kinnock suffered attempting similar photo ops. In fact, Miliband got a full 25 minutes with the president, along with those electorally useful pictures and video clips. And apparently the president didn't call him David, so that was a result. And that's it for this week. To keep up to date with all the politics from Westminster, go to ibtimes.co.uk.